Okay, so Air Care 2, like I said, we're about 12 minutes out. It's a 67-year-old male from Louisa County. He had a fall of approximately 8:30, 9 a.m. this morning with the last known well time of last night. He said he was normal when he went to bed, but he woke up this morning and had a fall on the way to the bathroom. He is complaining of left-sided weakness and also slurred speech. He's currently GCS of 15. He is alert-oriented ×4. He has a blood sugar of 103. Current vitals are as follows. Blood pressure is 160/124. Heart rate is 74. He's 97% on room air. At a respiratory rate of 20. We are currently starting a cardine drip on him at 5 milligrams an hour. And we will be doing, we'll be doing a hot offload because there's another aircraft that's coming in behind us. Do you have any questions?
No, at this time, copy hot offload. Do you require a stretcher?
Yes, we do require a stretcher, please.
That's a good copy of all information. Be advised, and that flight should be about 9 to 10 minutes out at this time. Copy hot offload, get all your information when you're needed to. On camera read, the pad is clear at this time.
Aircraft 2 copy, thank you.
Okay, so right before capturing this, I was talking to myself for about 2 or 3 minutes and just realized the camera was not recording, so I apologize. I also apologize for the halo around the display on that radio. I think it's a camera issue. I'm pretty sure the lens is clean. I think the humidity is kind of low in here, and it's an awful bright light for the display.
Slow and steady.
Now, we're not going to miss anything. I've got multiple radios.
Milepost
with the same frequencies.
0.39. Track 2.
So there may be other stations that come and go, but we'll still catch the air traffic for the hospital in the life flights. As long as they talk into the microphone, for crying out loud. I was just reading about a post on another channel for YouTube, and the discussion is, why won't you take the test? Basically, that was a question. And it's okay to say, I'm just not interested, or reasons why you haven't taken the test yet. Personally, this might be a good reason. You might work on the job on some other radio service, and you have mic fright. Well, it's good practice. If you don't want to use the CB radio just to learn how to get over mic fright, well, amateur is a little easier. So is GMRS. If you know people that have GMRS radios, you can banter back and forth and rag chew or whatever, or you can pass the amateur radio test, the technician test. You can listen to rag chews, participate in rag chews, participate in rag chew nets, and participate in Aries nets, which is a little on the medical side anyways.
Air combat flight 1.
Anyways, go ahead and get your practice in on the radio, a radio outside of the medical service where you're not tying up their channels. Same thing for police officers, dispatchers, fire personnel, EMTs. Get your radio practice out of the way and then take it with you to the job and use that experience there. I really think you should, speaking of saving lives and getting the message through in a hurry and not making any other extra delays.
VCU comms, go ahead.
And that's just a personal opinion.
VCU comms, med flight 1. Hey, we're gonna swap positions with the other aircraft. We're gonna let them come in first due to their patient criticality. We'll hang out. We'll come in number 2.
Is criticality a word? I'll have to look that up.
Understood. Number 2 status. We'll be hovering around. We'll let you know when that pad is clear from Air Care 2.
I guess it's not too weird on a Sunday that everybody's testing everywhere. That's the second 70 centimeter machine I've heard. I think that was a radio test. Criticality. Well, it took it. Definition. Criticality has multiple definitions. Don't all words. Political rationale. State of critical urgency with synonyms. Extremely important. Physical phenomenon and biological system and statistical physics might be an accurate definition. A state of which a mass of fissionable material sustains a nuclear chain reaction, probably not applying. A measure of organization's dependence on information or an information system, maybe. A process to identify mission critical functions and components. Space.
Good to hear your voice. How was your trip? I know you had a wonderful time. Yeah, we got back in this morning. I got around 10, 11.
I might fix that display one day. So it's VHF 145 110, which is the recent acquisition of the Hanover radio. I was hoping for air-to-air traffic. I haven't heard it yet.
That's about it, really. It's hard to change this week, but I know he's up to great time. We've been kind of different right now with the thing, the wife last night. I feel so good about the day of truth. They kind of kindergarten not adjusted. So you got to try to help him out a little bit and make sure he does the right thing. People like jump open on Sunday. Well, I hope so. I was on the website, and I hope it is. Yeah, I hope I read that sign right there. Oh, man. Anyway, I'll go when I get there. I think I've been there Sunday before. I was there and I was talking to her Sunday. Thanks, man. She's had a terrible cough. Breathing problems, coughing real bad. But she gets this once in a while. She'll get this when the temperature changes. Like we have to change her here for like went down to 50 degrees. So when it goes down like that, sometimes it starts to affect the breathing. So she's been using her nebulizer every 4 hours. And if she gets anywhere, of course, we'll call the doctor. It's a real deep cough. But she gets it, everything. She only get about this time.
Okay, thus far I haven't heard any helicopters fly over yet. I've heard the railroads sail by. I've been listening to them in the Hanover repeater. And air-to-air, as far as I understand, is simplex for aircraft. And again, haven't heard any of that or any further traffic on the Med 9 here. So I'm presuming that perhaps one has landed. As they said, a hot offload or cold, one of the two. And we're waiting for the second helicopter to come in that changed places with the first. So we're just waiting to hear audibly over the air whether they've not completed their stop and left and exchange or change helipads or go to the airport for fuel, etc.
Brisbane traffic, aircraft 2 is clear the iPad, the VCU pad routes and the iPad. Thanks for letting us go.
Now we have the information on the wrong frequency. Maybe that was a general call to all aircraft in the area. Yep, I was wrong.
This is VCU comms.
VCU comms, Midway 1 good.
Pad is clear. Clear about.
Roger that, thank you, sir. We had to call it Daddy. driving that. You notice our heat pump has been, I don't know if I told you that, but I told Benny about a month ago, I said, heat pump, the concentration doesn't come out, doesn't it? That little hose is supposed to come out without the house, when the water comes out, it's not just driving. All of these to come out, look at it. And one of the concentration units, or whatever it is, I don't know exactly kind of what wasn't working. So it's water all over the house. And so now he's going to go ahead and give us one of those shot back, get the water out of the house and where it was apart so we can put it on here. And I said, well, but we got one of those barrier things, under there. The plastic on under there, all the steel and everything. We did that years ago. But he told me, he said, man, you can slip down here. He was exaggerating a little bit, but it was wet.
Good afternoon. The time is 3 p.m. Thank you.
Anyway, we're thankful for that. I got homeowners, I got one of those plans, it's full like home shield. I was just kind of wondering if I could call it in, maybe they could replace the part. But the grandson said he'd go ahead and do it. But anyway, it's about, you can do just about anything. Yeah, I guess he can fix it, way good, safe. It's paid next week, they had to pay a lot of bills, so I should pay for the part. I told Mike go ahead and pay for it. He said, no, well, I'll get the part, but you don't know exactly what you get, and then maybe you can pay it back later. Sorry, that's the deal. But anyway, we'll get all that straight.
I'll take us again.
The only problem is we had to run the air conditioner all the time. So we're going 24 hours, so we've got to get this rate and cut it off. Well, we kind of try to cut the temperature up a little bit at night, just cut the whole unit off itself. It gets cold in here at 66. Yeah, it's set to 66. So I said, all right, well, we'll just wear some extra clothes, I guess. Hopefully I can pull up till maybe Friday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, next Saturday, see if I can shower. So that's what we'll do about a few weeks. That's next year. That's next. What is it? That's next Saturday. the way home. So I'm glad you had a safe trip, and I'm glad you and your wife had a great time. That's wonderful. 74 on KA 4QD67. Yeah, see you later on in the chat. Okay. Later on. Have a good day. You'll be right up to the Thanks, Bob. Step 3, you take care now. 34 on KA 4QD67.
Well, we're far into the clock on this. And just more messages coming in from the internet. I presume a little track of...
VCU or Chesterfield.
And once again, I was a little early. Sorry about that. So that sounds like 2 flights in and out. Maybe crisis averted with a takeover at the microphone. It's kind of a shame. I understand. It's probably a very...
Med Flight 1 is clear the pad. We're heading to Chesterfield for fuel.
Chesterfield copy at 1506.
very high stress job. I mean, you might be behind the microphone on a desk, you're taking information, you're passing it around. They already know that the helicopters are coming in. They have some information, more information is relayed on what en route, en route, however you want to say it, and take the patients in at the helipad, send the helicopters back out again. It could take, so far it's taken less than 30 minutes. For the whole event, probably 40 to 45 minutes to handle 2 helicopters and their patients, and then send them on their way again. And of course, they'll come back probably for crew. They usually go out for fuel and come back for crew and a stretcher if they left a stretcher instead of swapping, and then take off again and go back to whatever their home base is. So it could take about an hour, at least in this area for this portion of the call. Probably takes longer than that to get ready, check the weather, go out, meet medical teams, fire departments, police, pick up the patient, come in, drop off, swap out, fuel up again, come back and pick up the crew. It could take hours for one call. And then you have multiple calls at once. There are 3 helipads, one on the main building, one on the children's hospital next door, and one across the interstate at the parking deck, and it's ground level. So they could come in with an ambulance and meet the helicopter there and transport across the interstate on surface streets. What I was trying to say. It could be a very...
across the northeast for full stop Chesterfield.
It could be a very busy task for a lot of people. And in my opinion, having mic fright in a routine situation like this is just costing more time. And it could cost somebody their life, I guess. I mean, still, they're en route. You only lack some communication, and it might be pertinent. It might lack communication altogether because they can't hear somebody at the hospital. So they don't have any idea if the information was collected. Updates weren't collected, for that matter. I guess that's the only other factor, is they're missing out on updates on the patient. And they won't know anything until the patient arrives, and it might be too late. It might be enough time to save a life. They're just gathering information that could have been obtained on their way in instead of after they arrived. So I don't know. I don't know how important it is. I wish I knew. I wish I knew people over there and have a better understanding outside of mic fright of what's going on. I know that this could be a transition from a paid job to a volunteer job and back if it's necessary. But most people I know that work for organizations like that won't do the job for free when they can get paid for it. And beside that matter, it's been expressed that it's illegal to do the job for free. So it's not a simple change of hats like I used to think it was, but you could change hats before the critical emergencies and at least get some practice in. You know, you could just talk to other people, get used to talking to other people. That's really all you're doing is you're talking to other cohorts, fellow employees, EMTs, you know, the police and the fire sometimes, depending, I guess, or at least amongst the same folks in your same organization. So it's a different social medium, at least for us it is. For them, it's employment, it's their job, and they have to be able to communicate. So again, all I'm trying to say, you talk to guys like this, and you get to understand quickly what's going on, what to say and what not to say, how much delay there can be. Anyways, William K4ARX, thanks for watching the channel. Please leave your comments down in the comment section below and tell me what you think. This is the American Radio X-Ray.